The Effects of Social Media by Alivia Schramel. How does social media affect the youth mental health? Social media has both negative and positive effects on the mental health of young adults. While I give this presentation, I would like you to keep in mind that in the time it takes me to finish, tens and thousands of posts have been uploaded to some kind of social media app, which leads me to dive into how social media has negative effects on young adults. Negatives. Increased anxiety and depression. Studies have shown an association between heavy social media use and a high level of anxiety among young adults. Negative body image. Exposure to unrealistic body expectations and images on social media can lead to low body image and low self-esteem. Sleep habits. The blue light emitted off devices and the temptation to constantly be checking notifications can cause bad sleep quality in teens. Comparison and envy. Endless swiping can grow into a habit of comparing one's life to the life of another, resulting in feelings of envy and dissatisfaction with one's own situations in life. This not only happens with teens, but in adults as well. Bad social skills. Texting, calling, and even emailing, while they can be convenient, they often lead to weak social skills when it comes to face talking. Unhealthy lifestyle choices, which brings me to my next slide, physical activities. Physical activities. The time spent on social media has been shown to occupy teens' time, which has led them to exercise and engage in physical activity less. The benefits of physical activity are undeniable to the physical health of teens. Physical activities are not limited to the gym. They can be basketball, baseball, softball, and even golf. 60 minutes of physical activity a day can be unbelievably beneficial to one, which compared to the average time spent on social media a day, it is not a huge commitment to teens' physical health. Depression caused by social media. The persuasive influence of social media on teens has been shown to cause bad sleep quality, negative eating habits, and anxiety. Body image. A young teen who's still getting used to the look of their body image has a likely chance of comparing themselves to one's body on social media. And oftentimes that photo they see was selected, edited, and looked to make as good as possible. Anxiety over social interactions because of the time spent texting and calling instead of face-to-face. Sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation has been shown to cause deficiency in school and driving, and even social aspects. Sleep deprivation is linked to social media due to the excessive amount of time on social media, especially at night. Some symptoms of sleep deprivation, as shown in the photo, can be hallucinations, paranoia, mood changes, plus many other things. Positive effects. Communication, education, and staying connected. Communication. People that live long distances away can communicate with each other by texting, calling, emailing, and posting photos. While this is beneficial and can keep people connected, people often rely too heavily on the fact that they can text and don't go to visit one's family and just text. Also, getting a hold of people is easy. This is unbelievably beneficial to mom and dad wanting to connect with their kids and get a hold of them while they're not at the house. This can also lessen a kid's independence because they're constantly checking in with their mom and dad. And while this is good at a young age, as they get into college, it may lessen their independence. Education and the spread of information. While social media has people can use dates that they see on social media and use this in their lives. Say, example, the eclipse. If you didn't know the eclipse was happening, you would most likely you looked on social media and saw photos of people and videos and posting about how excited it would, and you could see the eclipse and when it would happen. Events like the eclipse too, and social events happening in the community. baseball games, softball games, things like that. This can also be false, though. Someone could say a lie on social media and maybe think of it as a joke, except when it gets posted again and again and again, people can see it not knowing the context and think, oh, this is happening when it is not. Staying connected. Seeing people post photos can't, like, if, say, someone moved away and your family has been connected a long time, you can still see photos of them post about their daily lives, and it can make you feel connected to them. Yet, this can also feel the need to show off and constantly be posting photos saying, look what I'm doing without you. Kids with devices. Devices given to kids by adults can be a distraction, moments of silence, meaning that kids are given devices by their parents oftentimes to distract their kids from a moment of much needed silence. Both moms and dads put the TV on and give their kids an iPad to entertain themselves. This, however, feeds into the addiction and gets kids on devices at a young age. Some could say that by giving their child a device at a young age, that could make them less inclined to constantly be addicted to a device when they get to a teen. While this may be true, in some cases, it's still essential for kids to learn to live without technology. When is a good age? Actually, I also do this sometimes when babysitting or watching a younger sibling. If I'm annoyed, if I have things to do like dishes and clothes to fold, I'll often put on the TV and say, just go watch this a little bit, I'll come play with you soon. And while this is helpful for me, it can get the kids constantly saying, oh, can we watch this? Can we watch this? Instead of playing with themselves and their siblings. When is a good age? When is it a good age for kids to have devices? The answer to this question depends solely on the child and their mom and dad. No kid should be given a device ahead of the time when they can mentally handle it. The only one who knows when their child is ready for a device is their parent, not some other family they see on Facebook that is telling you what to do. In conclusion, social media has many benefits in the school aspect and social aspect, yet the negative aspects are too substantial to be left unnoticed. The persuasive influence social media has on teens cannot be overlooked, and its impact is decidedly negative in many aspects. Social media has proven to affect both young adults, educators, and people need to recognize these issues to come up with a solution to encourage a healthy use of social media. Thank you for listening, and that concludes my slideshow.